your case first.
Yeah.
All right,
You know,
I
that's
can do that. All right, let's do it.
Which case is that?
Sarah Bradley, sir. Your Honor.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 23-01-760. That is City of Lansing versus Sarah Ann Bradley. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Manny Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
And Mr. Carter.
May it please the court, David B. Carter Jr. on behalf of Sarah Bradley, who is not present and according to court staff is not on Zoom.
All right, this is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. And I do not see, this is scheduled for 9 o'clock. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, this was a date set for compliance
Okay.
on April 9th. I sent out a letter to my client indicating that the pretrial would be adjourned to today. In that letter, I also provided with the area community service and a community service log sheet for my client to fill out. Unfortunately, I was on vacation last week, so I was not able to follow up with her actually yesterday with my first day back, and I just didn't get a chance to do that. She has been cooperative all throughout with me. I've always had good contact with her. I don't know why she didn't appear, so I'd ask that the court at least hold the bench warrant for 48 hours.
Right, Ms. Williams.
I wasn't going to request a bench warrant actually because this is her first time not appearing. I was just going to ask for a reset. I
Or
know
a
you
reset
were
would be fine.
on
So let's-
vacation last week and just didn't get the chance
Right.
to talk to her, so
I have
we
no-
can follow up and we can reset.
I have no prior bench warrants or non-appearances. And so let's reset this for compliance purposes, and then I'll get Mr. Carter a chance to contact your client and see. And then if you don't hear anything, I guess you have your answer. But we'll reset the pretrial. This is for compliance purposes. And then let's get a new date, and then we'll check with your schedule, Mr. Carter. June 4th at 10:30.
Believe it or not, that works.
Okay. June 4th at 10:30. We'll reschedule for anything else for the record in 23-01-760, Mr. Carter.
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Williams.
Sorry, Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you. We're all set.
Thank you, Ms. Stubbs. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
That's Mr. Fred. Next, Ms. Williams.
We have Trevor King, we have Clarence Shannon, and we have Hurley King.
All right, let's do King Shannon. So we're on the record in docket 23-03702. That is City of Lansing versus Trevor King. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Manny Williams appearing on behalf of the City of
Ms.
Lansing.
Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. King, who is standing to my right.
And sir, you are Trevor King, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. This is the time set for a final pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the city will be amending the charge to civil infraction breach of the peace, and it's my understanding that Mr. King will be accepting responsibility for that.
So amending to breach of the peace, the civil infraction. That would be would that be count 2 or amending count 1?
And then count one,
Yeah, amending count 1.
or whatever is easier for the court.
1 civil infraction, and that's a $130 fine.
I believe it's 150.
$150 fine. And that's a fair statement, Ms. Sutter, and you'll be accepting responsibility on behalf of your client.
That's correct.
All right. So, Mr. King, that's your understanding. You'll be pleading to the amended count, admitting responsibility through Ms. Sutter of the amended count of the civil infraction of breach of peace. All right. So that we're working from the same. This is for conduct on June 20th, 2023, at the vicinity of 1215 East Michigan. Ms. Sutter, do you accept responsibility on behalf of your client for being in breach of the peace on that day?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. And does your client need some time to make the $150 payment?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm going to be asking for a bit longer than usual. 90 days if the court's going to do it. He's got a lot of things going on right now.
All right.
He is a participant in mental health board as well.
So we can make it 90 days for the City of Lansing payment on the breach of the peace. And that would be August 19th at 4 o'clock to the City of Lansing. So you can kind of set up your own payment depending. If you want it, as long as it's paid by August 19th, you can pay $20 a week, $40, whatever you choose, okay? As long as it's all paid by that August 19th date.
So what if I need longer than that?
Talk to Ms. Sutter or contact the court,
Okay.
okay? All right, anything else for the record in 23-03702, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
All right, you're all set, Mr. King. Thank you for your
Thank you. Thanks.
Then Mr. Shannon.
Yes, Your Honor.
So on the record in docket 24-00581, that is the City of Lansing versus Clarence Shannon. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Manny Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter appearing on behalf of Mr. Shannon, who is standing to my right.
And sir, you are Clarence Shannon, is that correct? Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the city will be moving to dismiss the failed to stop and identify for the property damage accident and we'll be amending the operating while intoxicated to impaired driving.
All right, so it is, so there's a 2-count complaint. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
And count 1 is the operating while intoxicated.
So count 1 is to be dismissed pursuant to,
Oh, I'm sorry. Count 1 is to be amended to impaired.
okay, count 1 is
I flipped them.
amend count 1 to operating while impaired,
Yes.
and that's 93 days or $300.
That's correct.
Correct.
That's count 1, and then count 2 is going to be dismissed. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
But I'll restate that for the record just to make sure I have that. Count 1 is being amended to be the operating while impaired, which is out of 93 days and or $300. Count 2 is to be dismissed pursuant to the plea agreement. Is that correct, Ms. Sutter?
Yes, it is.
And that's your understanding, Mr. Sandin, you'll be pleading guilty to the 93-day and or $300, and count 2 is to be dismissed. Is that your understanding? All right. Ms. Sutter, may I inquire your client of his advice of misdemeanor rights concerning the count 1 plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, you have the following misdemeanor rights in the amended count 1, the misdemeanor plea. You have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, to have the prosecutor prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty, to have witnesses against you for your trial, to question any witnesses that are brought against you. You are represented today by Attorney Lauren Sutter, and she would be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges brought against you by the people of the state of Michigan. Do you understand that, sir? You have the right to have the court ordering witnesses appear in your defense to remain silent during the trial, not to have that silence used against you in a testified trial if you choose to testify. If you please accept it, you'll give up the claim the plea was a result of anything that other than what's been stated on the record, or threats that was not your choice to plead guilty. You'll be giving up the right to appeal from a trial. Since you won't be having a trial, you'll be pleading guilty instead. Is it your wish today to waive your rights and plead guilty to the amended count 1 of operating while impaired? And have you raised your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? I'm going to bring your attention back to September 21st of 2023 at the offense location of 1600 Vermont in the city of Lansing. Were you operating a motor vehicle open to the general public on September 21st, 2023 on Vermont in the city of Lansing? And at some point in time, did it come to your attention that is this going to be a blood alcohol content or just
if I may, Your Honor.
Yeah, you may.
On that date and time that the court talked about, you were driving a vehicle on a public road, correct? And at that time, was your driving impaired in some way by your consumption of an alcoholic beverage or controlled substance? Maybe just think of this a little bit.
Okay.
And you believe your driving was impaired by drinking that alcoholic beverage? I think that satisfies, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything towards a factual basis, Ms. Williams?
Your Honor, that's fine.
I find the factual basis to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made pursuant to the amended count 1 of operating while impaired, and I will refer to probation. What they're going to do is they're going to prepare a report for me, and then we're going to see what options are available to us at the report. Mostly an assessment. I don't know if one's been done, but they're going to do an assessment. So we'll refer to probation. They'll be on the 5th floor. You can check in. They'll either do it then or they'll set up a time. And they'll prepare a report for me, and we'll look at this at sentencing. And sentencing date of
July 16th at 1:30.
July 16th at 1:30. So you should receive notice from my court officer. We'll come back on July 16th and see what options are available to us after I get the report from probation. Okay, sir? Anything else for the record in 24-00581, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
All right, sir, Mr. Shannon, we'll see you on that July 16th date. Okay, sir? All right, thank you. And then you have one more file.
I have a couple ready, but should we do Ms. King next?
Sure.
Thank you.
Really King.
Yes.
So we're on the record in ticket 24L. This is docket 24L2837531. That is people of the city of Lansing versus Pearlie A. King. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record? Ms. Williams.
Assistant City Attorney Amanda Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, on behalf of Ms. King, who's standing to my right.
And ma'am, you are Pearlie A. King, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. This is the time it's set for a pretrial. Ms. Williams, how are we proceed?
Your Honor, I'd like to request an adjournment of 30 days for compliance purposes.
This was previously adjourned for 40.5 days for compliance. We will set one more compliance for 30 days. Make sure that you keep in touch with Ms. Sutter. She'll provide any information that's needed to Ms. Williams in regards to this case. And we'll reset this pretrial for June 16th at 9 a.m. June 18th. Yeah, June 18th at 9 a.m. So this has been reset for compliance on June 18th at 9 a.m. Anything else for the record in docket 24L2837531, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank
Ms.
you.
Sutter.
Nothing further.
All right, Ms. King, we'll see you on that June 18th date.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And who's the next?
He and Mr.
Yeah. we can do that.
Mr. Lansing.
Holton.
Thanks. We can do that too. He's right.
Oh, where are they?
All right, so we're on the record in docket 24-00615. It's the city of Lansing versus Lance Holtham. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Manny Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
and Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Holton, who's standing to my right.
Yes, sir, you are Lance Holtham, is that correct? Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, my understanding is that defense would like to set the matter for a jury trial.
So do you want to just set it for jury trial? I was adjourned for discovery. Do we want a final pretrial and jury trial or just jury trial?
We can, Your Honor. I don't know if there's a point to a final pretrial.
All right. As long as you've got discovery, you've got your.
I did receive the discovery I was looking for.
All right, so let's set for jury trial. I think that's, let me guess, June 18th.
That's the statute.
Is it?
So we're doing the city cases a week after those dates.
All right.
6:25 at 8:15.
6:25, I guessed, but June 25th at 8:15 would be the jury trial date. So please have jury instructions in a week before, and we will address that on June 25th at 8:15. And then if anything comes up, discovery purposes or for witness purposes, let the court know and we can schedule it beforehand. Anything else for the record in 24-00615, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Thanks, Billy.
All right, Mr. Holtham, I'll see you on June 25th at 8:15. All right, sir. Thanks.
And Your Honor, may Mrs. Williams and I briefly approach?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Brown, you can come up here. So we're on the record in docket 24-00069. That's people of the city of Lansing versus Kanika Brown. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Assistant City Attorney Manny Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Brown, who is standing to my right.
Ma'am, you are Kanika Brown, is that correct? All right, thank you. This is the time set for pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, after some conversation, it's my understanding that Ms. Brown is seeking an assessment in order to further negotiations.
Yes, Your Honor. That's
And it would help Ms. Brown if something came from the court indicating that the court's orders an assessment to be done. Is that correct, Ms. Sutter?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. So we're going to grant the adjournment. And then Ms. Sutter will follow up with an order that goes to Ms. Williams, and I will indicate that I will sign an order granting an assessment. A, that would make it economically feasible. B, statutorily regarding some negotiations to continue, but there may be a point where we have to do it anyway. But let's go ahead and get the order that you have so that you can show them that there's an order for assessment, okay? So I'll sign the order for assessment. And then once that's done, the city can negotiate and we can come to a resolution. So I'll sign the order and we will adjourn, I would think 30 days out, if not further.
I would at least 30, I would say probably 40,
Right.
40, longer to be safe. I don't know how long it'll take them to do it once they get.
Right, and it's cognitive consultants.
I can double check that, Your Honor. I believe off the top of my head, that was
All right,
who told me that. I have a list of places
all
I
right.
reached out to.
So let's adjourn the pretrial for 6 weeks. Sorry. That's okay.
Yes, Your Honor, it was cognitive
Cognitive
consultants.
consultants.
July 2nd.
So we'll set it for July 2nd at 9 o'clock. So, Ms. Brown, we're going to do an order so you have it in hand to take to get the assessment done, and then we'll go from there. We've reset the pretrial for July 2nd at 9 a.m. Right now.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else for the record in 24-00069? Ms. Williams.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Lauderdale on. I don't know. Let me see who's on the iPhone. Sir, on the iPhone, can you identify yourself on the Zoom iPhone? There you are.
Riley Crawford.
All right, Mr. Lauderdale, we'll call your case. We're on the record in dockets 24L2841342 and 24L2841341. The City of Lansing versus Dwayne Lauderdale. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, on behalf of Mr. Lauderdale, who's joining us via Zoom.
And sir, you are Dwayne Lauderdale, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Lauderdale?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial on both of these matters. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the city moves to dismiss a ticket ending with 1342 and will be amending 1341 to impeding traffic.
I'll restate that, but that'll be an amended to file ending 341 to impeding traffic, which is that $130 fine?
Yes.
Yes,
And that's a civil infraction.
Yes.
correct.
And then on file 342, city moves to dismiss.
Yes, Your Honor.
Dismiss without prejudice pursuant to the negotiations. And that is a fair and accurate statement, Ms. Sutter.
It is, Your Honor, and I'll accept responsibility on my client's behalf.
All right, in regards to file 24L2841341, that's your understanding, Mr. Lauderdale, you'll be admitting responsibility for your attorney, Ms. Sutter, to the civil infraction of impeding traffic with a penalty of a fine of $130. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, just so we're working from the same ticket, Ms. Sutter, this is for conduct which occurred on February 14, 2024 in the city of Lansing, East Saginaw Marshall. And at that time, you admit responsibility on behalf of your client for your client impeding traffic pursuant to the civil infraction on that date.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Does your client need some time to make the $130 payment to the city of Lansing?
Yes, Your Honor, if you'd allow 30 days.
And I'll give you a date, Mr. Lauderdale. June 20th at 4 o'clock. So you can kind of set your own time frame, but it also all the $130 should be paid by June 20th by 4 o'clock. You've got that date, Mr. Lauderdale.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else for the record in 24L241, 341, or 342, Ms. Williams?
Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
You're all set, Mr. Lauderdale. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you.
Mr. Almagar. All right, so we're on the record in docket 22L2754202. That is the City of Lansing versus Timoteo Almagar. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, on behalf of Mr. Almagar, standing to my right.
And sir, you can correct my pronunciation, Timoteo Almagar. Thank you. This is the time set for pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how we proceed?
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Almagar needs 45 days for compliance purposes, so we can adjourn it for that time.
That's a fair statement, Ms. Sutter. There's an additional request for compliance, essentially set the pretrial out 45 days.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd say 30 to 45 days. We're looking for at least mid-June.
Right, Mr. Almagar, we're going to reset this for compliance purposes out to the middle or past June. It's probably the last set. Okay, so this is the last reset. But I understand it takes some time. We'll put it post second week of June. June 18th at 9 o'clock. For compliance purposes, please keep in contact with Attorney Ms. Sutter, and she will provide any paperwork needed that goes to the City of Lansing to Ms. Williams. So we've reset this for June 18th at 9 o'clock. Anything else for the record in 22L2754202, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
I have nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Almagar, we'll see you on June 18th. All right, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I have Crawford and Kirksey are on the Zoom.
On Zoom. Okay, I'll need to see.
So, Mr. Kirksey, it's my understanding you are not represented by counsel today, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and put your case on the record. Did you want to speak with the assistant city attorney on the case?
Is that Miss Williams?
Yes.
Yes, I spoke with her recently, but if we need to go to a breakout room, that would be fine with me.
All right. So let's go ahead and call your case, Mr. Kirksey. We're on the record in docket 2400616. That is the city of Lansing versus Marcus Kirksey. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record, Ms. Williams?
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Amanda Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And sir, you are Marcus Kirksey, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Kirksey?
Yes, I can.
All right, this is the time set for pretrial in the matter. It's my understanding Mr. Kirksey is not represented by counsel today, and you do wish to meet with the city attorney in a breakout room. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and Ms. Williams, you've joined. So you should get a prompt, and we'll put you both in a breakout room. You'll get a prompt to go to room 2. All right, sir?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You can join when you're ready, Amani.
Yes, I just did.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 2400616. That is the city of Lansing versus Marcus Kirksey. Ms. Williams, did you have the opportunity to speak with Mr. Kirksey in a breakout room?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And what, if anything, came out of that?
Your Honor, I'd like to ask for an adjournment for 45 days as Mr. Kirksey is trying to obtain a substance abuse assessment for compliance. Or for negotiation.
All right. So, Mr. Kirksey, you are still negotiating with Ms. Williams, and you're seeking, my understanding is an assessment for compliance purposes. So we'll set this out one final time. This was set out from April 9th to May 21st. We'll set it out 4 to 6 weeks, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. He has a date for a substance abuse assessment sometime in June.
Okay.
So maybe a little bit after that.
So maybe,
give
so
him some
at the
time.
end of June?
I think so.
All right. So Mr. Kirksey, we'll look at the end of June to make sure that the assessment's already done, all right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
June 25th at 9 o'clock. So this will be adjourned to June 25th at 9 o'clock. Anything else for the record in 2400616, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
And Mr. Kirksey, you'll be provided notice to that Park Lake Road address. Is that still a good address for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And so I'll see you again on June 25th at 9 o'clock. You're all set, sir.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. And then, ma'am, on the iPhone, could you identify yourself?
Me,
Yes.
Sienna Jordan.
Sienna Jordan, you're here for your 10 o'clock?
Yes.
All right. And are you represented by Ms. Sutter today? From the Public Defender's Office?
I believe so. Well, I assume
Okay.
that I would be. So
You are. I have you as represented by the Public Defender's Office, and she's meeting with other clients, and she will meet with you. You're in the right place. All right, ma'am?
okay.
All right. So Ms. Jordan, I'm going to place you in a breakout room with your public defender, and then we'll come back and put it on the record. All right, ma'am? All right, so we're on the record. Mr. Crawford, we'll call your case. We're on the record in docket 24-00520. That is the city of Lansing versus Riley Crawford. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Amanda Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Crawford, who's joining us via Zoom.
And sir, you are Riley Crawford, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Crawford?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I'd like to request an adjournment for 4 to 5 days for compliance purposes.
And Ms. Sutter, that's a fair statement?
That's correct, Your Honor. He's been asked to do a substance use assessment, and I'd say that just because I'm gonna ask if I find it necessary, is it also okay if I reach out to the court for referral here?
Yes,
Thank you.
yeah, part of the negotiation process, my understanding is an assessment process, and that's becoming somewhat problematic, or could be. So Ms. Sutter, you know what to do if we do that. I'm gonna set it out 45 days for the assessment in order for negotiations to continue. This will be the last adjournment because that'll set this out a little bit, but let's set it out for 6 weeks for July 2nd at 9 a.m. So, Mr. Crawford, we've adjourned this to July 2nd at 9 a.m. So that you can seek anything you need in order for the city attorney to continue to negotiate. And we've set it for July 2nd at 9 a.m. Anything else for the record in 24-00520, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
All right, Mr. Crawford, we'll see you on that July 2nd date. You'll get notice sent to the Wright Avenue address. Is that still a good address for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You're all set. Thank you for your appearance today, Mr. Crawford.
Have a great day.
You too. And then Ms. Jordan. All right, Ms. Jordan, we'll call your case. We're on the record in docket 24-00509. That is the city of Lansing versus Sienna Jordan. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Assistant City Attorney Amanda Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Jordan, who's joining us via Zoom.
And ma'am, you are Sienna Jordan, is that correct?
yes,
And you can hear me all right, Ms. Jordan?
yes,
This is the time set for a pretrial in this matter. Ms. Williams, how we proceed?
Your Honor, the city moves to dismiss count 1, hinder oppose, and amend count 2, trespassing the civil infraction breach of peace.
A dismissal of count 1, which is the hinder and oppose. And then amending count 2 to breach of peace.
Yes, civil infraction breach of peace.
And that's a $150 fine. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. And you'll be admitting responsibility on behalf of your client, Ms. Sutter.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Jordan, I will re-indicate for the record, this is a dismiss of count 1 and an amendment of count 2 to the civil infraction of breach of the peace with a $150 fine. Is that your understanding, Ms. Jordan?
yes,
All right. So we are working from the same information. This is for Ms. Sutter, this is for a conduct which occurred on February 22nd, 2024 at 600 East Michigan. And on that date, in count 2, the amended count 2, you do admit responsibility on behalf of your client for being in breach of the peace.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. That's a $150 fine. Does your client need some time to pay that to the city of Lansing?
Yes, Your Honor. If you'd allow 45 days.
Yes. So 45 days to the city of Lansing, July 5th at 4 o'clock. So Ms. Jordan, you have till July 5th at 4 o'clock to make the $150 payment to the city of Lansing. You can set up your own plan as long as it's all paid by that July 5th date. You should be all set. All right, ma'am?
okay,
Anything else for the record in 24-00509, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
You're all set, Ms. Jordan. Thank you for your appearance today.
okay, thank you.
Then we have Mr. Perez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, so we're on the record in docket 24-00872, 24L2842401, and 24L2842402. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? That is the city of Lansing versus Alberto Perez.
Assistant City Attorney Amanda Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Perez, who's standing to my right.
And sir, you are Alberto Perez, is that correct? Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Okay, so for case number ending with 00872, the city will move to dismiss count 1, hinder oppose, and my understanding is that Mr. Perez will be pleading guilty to driving with license suspended. That's count 2. And for ticket 2401 and 2402, this city will be moving to dismiss those as well.
Okay, so it is a plead on file 00872. It is a plead as charged to count 2 and a dismissal of count 1.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then in regards to the ticket ending 401, people move to dismiss without prejudice as part of the plea negotiations.
And 402 as well.
All right. That's your understanding, Ms. Sutter, it is going to be a dismissal of count 1 and then the two tickets 2402 and 401 with a plea to count 2.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Perez, that's your understanding that you'll be pleading guilty to count 2, which is, let me find the. That's more. So count 2, which is punishable by 93 days in jail and or $500. You understand that? All right. So there you have some rights in this misdemeanor count 2. And I'm going to walk you through those rights. All right. All right, you have the right to be tried by a jury, to be presumed innocent until proven guilty, to have the prosecutor prove beyond reasonable doubt that you are guilty, to have witnesses against you appear at trial, the questioning witnesses that are brought against you. You are represented today by Attorney Lauren Sutter, and she will be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges brought by you by the people of the state of Michigan or the people of the city of Lansing. You understand that, sir? You have the right to have the court ordering witnesses appear in your defense to remain silent during the trial, not to have that silence used against you in the testify trial if you choose to testify. If your plea is accepted, you'll give up the claim the plea was a result of any promises that's been stated on the record. Anything that has not been stated on the record, we put it all on the record, or threats that it was not your choice to plead guilty, and you'd be giving up the right to appeal any trial. Since you won't be having a trial, you'll be pleading guilty instead to count 2. Is it your intent today to waive your jury trial rights and to plead guilty to count 2?
Yes, sir.
You can have you raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirmed, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth on a penalty of perjury. You're going to bring your attention back to March 25th, 2024, in the city of Lansing at Oakland Avenue and North Washington Square. Were you operating a motor vehicle at that vicinity in the city of Lansing on March 25th, 2024? And had your license been suspended on the day you were operating it? All right. I find the factual basis to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. Any questions, Ms. Williams?
Your Honor, city satisfied.
Ms. Sutter?
I'm satisfied.
With that understanding, on the count 2, do you wish to allocute, or did you want it to refer to probation?
No, Your Honor, no probation, but I leave it to the discretion of the court.
Ms. Sutter?
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd make a request for immediate sentencing here on the driving while license suspended.
All right, allocution. What's that?
Was there which
No,
which one was
I
this?
leave it to the
Yeah,
discretion of the court.
yeah. So this Sutter allocution.
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, I would be asking the court to sentence Mr. Perez here to fines and costs. He has been making efforts to get his license restored to him. It is currently revoked. He's making efforts through the Secretary of State to go through the administrative appeals process, which we all know takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
He was able, obviously, to come into compliance with insurance and registration on the car here. So given his situation with his license and the efforts that have to take place with the Secretary of State, they can be quite costly too. I think the number he quoted to me is $400 right now that he's working on. If the court can keep that in mind in assessing fines here.
All right, thank you. Mr. Perez, is there anything you'd like to say to the court before the court passes your immediate sentencing today on count 2? All right. I'm going to assess, because we have multiple tickets, but it's a minimum fines and cost, $50 fine, $50 cost, crime victims' rights fee of $75, state fee of $25, for a grand total of $225. I'm not sensing any probation or term of incarceration. And does your client need some time to make that $225 to the city of Lansing?
Yes, Your Honor. If you know, 60 days.
Yeah. So we'll set it at 60 days,
Sorry.
July 21st at 4 o'clock. Mr. President, you can kind of set up your own plan. As long as it's all paid by that July 21st date, you can put money towards it until that date is done. Counts, the tickets of no insurance and no plate are dismissed, and count 1 is dismissed pursuant to the plea agreement. And you can make payment at the window, online, or in person. Okay.
Yeah, cheapest one. You can pay online over the phone. Cheapest.
All right. Anything else for 2400-872 or the accompanying tickets, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutton.
Nothing further.
All right, Mr. Perez, good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You don't have anybody on Zoom, Miss.
There's no door in the hallway.
Do you put Wozniak on
Oh,
the
yeah.
record?
Might as well.
So you want to go on? Who do you want to go on?
Yeah, Wozniak.
Wozniak?
Yeah.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 2201-856 and 2303-109. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Gerald Wozniak. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? And that's city versus Gerald Wozniak. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record, Ms. Williams?
Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, on behalf of Mr. Wozniak, whose appearance I'm waiving today.
All right, thank you. And you have no objection to the waiver of the appearance?
No, Your Honor, we
right.
discussed that matter several times before. He is,
He's up here, right?
Yeah, he's currently in Bear River. I think he's been there for some time. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, the city moves to dismiss at this time.
And that's on both files?
I only have one file.
There's one that's a show cause, so I think he's already pled to
All
it.
right,
This is- I think he's missed a payment because he's in Bear River.
That's 185. That's a disorderly person.
Right, so
Yeah, I only have one for those five.
suppose on that one, I'd ask the court to hold it in advance again. We know where he is. He has been there
Yeah.
for quite some time. So just been mental health court up there, or mental health court is here. He is up there doing it.
Hold show cause in abeyance. D is in Bear River.
Did we find an ollie for it?
It looks like it was on the ticket for the property.
Okay.
And the property damage is on a ticket, so we can dismiss without prejudice. Let's see. No, I got a ticket. Yeah. So dismiss without prejudice on the ticket. All right, so the 23-03-109 is dismissed without prejudice, and then the show cause is held in abeyance since we know where Mr. Wozniak is.
Thank you.
Anything else for the record in 22-01856 or 23-03-109, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
All right. And we can wait on it. Let's just see who shows up.
Sure.
Yeah, just because we know.
Mazer,
Did we do Beasley?
no,
And he's not represented. I don't know if he's.
that's correct. We have in our office.
You have Casey and Evans.
I can. Go on back.
It is for the 10 a.m. is LKZ Evans, who are left, yes. And then
Right.
Okay, these not yours,
LKZ is mine.
but Beasley and Evans are
Beasley
not
is-
yours.
Evans is mine.
Okay,
Only
just
Beasley
Beasley.
is not.
Only
mine.
Beasley.
All right, so.
So we can call Beasley.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 23-02253. That is the city of Lansing versus Johnny Beasley. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Assistant City Attorney Amanda Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
This is a pretrial that was scheduled for 10 o'clock. It is now 10:29. This was previously adjourned for compliance purposes. It appears that Mr. Beasley has failed to appear today. I do not see Mr. Beasley on the Zoom courtroom, physical courtroom. There's nobody by that name in the waiting room. Ms. Williams, how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, I'm asking for a bench warrant, bond forfeiture with 48 hours.
The court will issue a bench warrant bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold on Mr. Beasley for failed to appear. Anything else for the record in 23-02253, Ms. Williams?
Your Honor, thank you.
You should be all set on Mr. Beasley's.
Is Councilman Tom Kelso that yours? Yes. 10:30. Mhm.
And then we're waiting Mr. Kelso and our 11 o'clocks.
There's one 9 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know if the court wants to wait on that or call it.
Oh, Mr. Mazer?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and call Mr. Mazer. Right on time.
All right.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 23-023-02735. That is the city of Lansing versus John Mazer. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record, Ms. Williams?
Assistant City Attorney Amanda Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter appearing on behalf of Mr. Mazer. I do not believe he's present. He has previously communicated with my office, so I'm not sure as to why he's not here today.
There's an indication that he may be homeless. And yeah, and that this was adjourned for compliance purposes. It would appear that this was scheduled for 9 o'clock. It is now 10:31. Appear that the defendant has failed to appear for the pretrial. Ms. Williams, how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, given the fact that he might be homeless, more inclined to ask the court to reset the matter instead of issuing a bench warrant, just to see if Ms. Sutter can reach her client.
He has fairly recently been in contact with my office, so I'm a little surprised that he's not here. If the court is willing, instead of the city's request, I would back the request.
All right, I'm going to indicate the defendant failed to appear for the pretrial. We're going to reset just to see if you can come in contact with Mr. Mazer. We'll reset the pretrial for
June 4th at 10:30.
June 4th at 10:30. So we'll not issue bench warrant at this time, given he's been in contact. It's just that it's sporadic, but so let's reset for June 4th at 10:30.
Thank you.
Anything else for the record in 23-02735, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, I think.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you. Let's wait, because as soon as we call them, somebody will show up. But we can probably take a break. Because- So we'll wait to call the 10 and 10:30s, just because I know as soon as we call them, somebody will show up.
Sure, yes, just wait.
And then let me know on the 11 o'clock, so we'll take a break.
Okay, thank you.
All rise.
I think it's 20, but I can amend it to 10. I have one. Okay, 20. I can amend it to 10. Thank you. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Don't hit my car. Yeah.
Yes, he's not limit on his side for civil rights or revival. Sometimes I should do this. It's an opportunity for the attorney to just freely speak. So sometimes it's like more humane version of what the inside of the technical arguments, and there's just like say some nice things, or for her to argue for what she wanted the judge to do.
Okay, I usually just leave it to the discussion before we, the city doesn't really get involved in sentencing, anything that has to do with the defendant's fine, but please don't
That makes sense.
stipulate anything beforehand.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that, I just leave it to the
That's
judge and she
Yeah,
can,
opportunity to speak, basically.
Okay.
make a statement
Yeah.
on behalf of her client.
Yeah, so it's lawyer's chance to opportunity to speak by the client.
I
It's
got
not technical.
Not like
itself.
argument, not legal, but
Yep. Yeah. You can make
still
those
in their
arguments.
favor.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I wrote down the question mark.
So yeah, it's a word you don't ever hear until you're in the
Yeah,
courtroom.
until you're
They just
told
want
it, you're
to-
like,
No, I've never heard that word.
Learn things along the way. I'm pretty sure I had to write down my first week when I was in court too. I was like,
I was like, I've never heard that, not even evidence. I was like, wait, what?
I think Judge Alderson, who was Judge Flores' predecessor, she gave me, I was day one of my job, I didn't have any training.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'd spent a brief amount of time as a volunteer training to Stephen, but essentially
Right.
fresh lessons. And
Yeah.
she never was like 6 days old. And she threw that at, you know. What did I do? The math.
Is that my mission?
Right.
Execution?
I'm pretty sure I started giving her like credit for days. She's like, no, Mr. just talk about your client. Okay.
I do. Yes.
I will use my creative writing. Thank you.
Oh, what was
And wants to go to trial on the case. The whole thing.
Oh, don't start with me.
Don't
start with me. 3 hours. 3 hours on my own Sunday.
So what is he arguing about?
It was an accident, so he shouldn't be charged. He didn't need the rates. He was gonna work on the house, and he's like refurbishing.
But I offered some action, we could just waive it and pick it.
I think his position is one or the other.
That's
Community
kind of-
service.
I can't go to trial, I have no issues going to trial, just like wondering the mindset that you want to go to trial on this.
Oh, well,
Just like the guy we had yesterday, and wanted to go to trial.
So.
And he got in his first sentence, and then it's only, he doesn't get anything, usually the next 3 months. The case will be dismissed. Yeah, she was willing to dismiss it.
Understand.
But I think his, I remember like that guy's fear was, it was like a bitter neighbor involved, right? So he was worried that they would just continue on this knowing that deal, and so he'd lose it.
No.
This guy, I mean, he's just,
Well, he got a misdemeanor on his record for
Yeah.
no reason. He, like, honestly,
yeah.
no.
I know it was a day before I was supposed to be ready for the 2-day trial. That's why I said 3 hours, because it's coming on Friday, not earlier, Friday.
Okay.
You know, I was supposed to start a 2-day trial yesterday. You want to come and watch all this? So what is this? It's sitting there. My come to Jesus talk apparently did not work. We'll do it over the weekend. and then
I don't know,
sat
maybe
and
you
thought
should come
over
with
my
someone else.
There was like two people in it. I think Nicole joined us at some point.
No, that's funny.
And Taylor wanted because they were, that was like running the trial. This was like, how are you doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get all season tires. Really needed to- I think it's somebody can call it. It's my call. It's got YouTube and so people ran out something special. And so.
Yes, we do, and I have a zoning hearing for the dogs.
Is it the same guy?
It's the same guy, never ending case with the dogs.
Woods shouldn't should be easy. That's the one, just an MSC. And we only went to the meetings that had to be substantial. This is just me at times.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Yeah, that was a pain.
Yeah.
I called like 4 lawyers with the POC because they confirmed who did it. PSI. He signed an ROI, so we can deny my request for it, ROI.
Did they send it to the court, the case?
Yeah, that's not not sure if anyone.
That's really hard.
But if the court needs it.
Court eventually they delayed, they take around so long that he was released on parole.
He was because of this.
No, well, so that's the lawyer has done is this case got issued in 2021 at the same.
Yeah,
time.
he served.
You know,
He
the
went
worst
to
thing
prison
about
at
it
the
is
same
that
So he got sentenced in 2021. The MDOC finally agreed to start, they were refusing to bring him for arraignment. He's 1 years old. So
Okay.
he just went to prison. But MDO surgery will not apply.
Why?
God.
I mean, come on, just like, it's one more chance for you to let someone go from prison.
Yeah.
So then he got approved for parole on, I think it's like 26 cases with his outbreak. And at that point, he has parole during the case, like, well, how do I, like, want me to be paroled immediately to another case? I can't just read that. So he found out that my exam, well, that's not the first time, but-
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so they
I
finally,
realized.
his parole date came in and he was released him. Now, God bless this guy. He just took a bus to the nearest city, borrowed a phone at McDonald's and called the probation department here to schedule it. So he did CSI and it was successful.
Doesn't do it.
At least they did that.
one
No, he
about
didn't even
like
make it
about
home.
stuff.
It
that
took
you
it
think
took the
that
bus
you
to
know
get
right away, but
took as
no,
far as it
like,
would take him
they're
towards home.
throwing at you like
Borrow a phone from
the
someone
courses
McDonald's
you
to
need,
call
the
location
amount
here
of
to say
credits,
this
all
is-
this information that you're gonna get every year from active devices.
That guy did not
I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I would have. I would have. I definitely
Yep,
would have. I would
a
have gone home.
case,
But yeah,
I guess
some
he was
random,
just worried
like,
about like
random
getting it
changes
home.
to it.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah. So
I read
yeah,
it, like, things
Yeah.
that are this.
that's like he knew exactly what he was doing. He was nothing was gonna happen.
It
He
takes
just
you
has
seconds
to
like that.
take the box, complete that assessment for the course of
Just
doing
like
things that he just wanted to
don't get burned out, you know, like,
He did it.
good at handling and handling stress.
I thought so.
Yeah, I just finished that.
Oh, yeah, Jody. Oh no, Jody covered that the assessment. That volume that he asked.
Yeah, she was trying to get the trying to get the precinct.
Yeah, so maybe that's what. Okay, Jody emailed me on May 8th. Of the complete assessment at NUC.
No.
They were
my
my
next
expert.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I love that. I know, it sounds like that.
I don't know. I don't know the assessment review.
I don't There's no you're allergic to peanut butter, because I actually have peanuts like every day.
David Woods on the
That's good.
pretrial
I
stuff.
don't like when Jason actually.
Okay.
Peanut butter or.
I think I got a voice note from him last night. He was asking community service as well.
What was the change?
So I was over this morning.
Yeah, I thought he was working on.
He was, so that was the voice note that he was last night. He called, I gave him that like 3 last week.
Unless it's in his line.
So he called pretty much everyone, so it tells you like don't bother calling you whatever. So he called everyone that he would be eligible for.
I mean, it is.
Most of them aren't accepting people right now. We're full with some of the high school students doing community service, so they're not taking, most people aren't taking new ones, or new volunteers. And then the ones that are left aren't taking his type of case. So he hasn't been able to find a place that will agree to let him do community service.
Like, I like frozen.
Yeah,
So I was like,
that's
frozen doesn't stand for frozen.
He just, no one will let him.
Well, I'm sorry, I just-
So he worked through calling an entire list of all the ones that he eligible for.
Okay.
All but I think he said 2 or 3 of these of them aren't accepting volunteers right now. Full of summer volunteers for high school students.
If you want to use something that's not on the list, as long as I can verify.
I thought I
okay,
had, like,
you know, just
Yeah.
give me a sheet that I can follow.
and I don't know, I still don't know. Like, I was like, no, you're still.
We'll see if it's working. I know it's not actually done.
Okay.
Maybe, I honestly didn't know about it.
Were you working on channel for him? If
I
we're
don't care.
gonna lock in more
I'll
time?
just deal with it.
How many times did you?
We adjourned most of the body cam and stuff, and then we adjourned for community service. So this is the people who
You're stressed too, so it's like, I was stressed related, stressing. I got it. Okay. I'm stressed. It's like, you know.
Oh, you did it.
Oh, yeah.
So we had-
That's smart.
I know,
I
yeah.
know. That was great.
And,
That saved my life
yeah.
in Japan. You go to Japan, bring plums, bring home, because I'm not getting used to food right away.
Yep.
Super good.
Yeah, I already got that.
Yep, somebody, I just.
I'm like,
Yeah, I think it's
steak and potatoes. It's what I do.
you know, so once we came, it's like posting.
I keep seeing all the way. Oh my God, I got this picture of this disgusting sandwich that we saw someone. It's a sandwich with mayonnaise and pork. That's it. It's a delicacy there, guys. I thought, this is nasty. You need to take a picture of it. I literally thought it was there. It was good, but also offensive. Like, yeah, at the same place, I just chocolate bread. It's delicious. But chocolate bread is nothing like mayonnaise, corn is required. That's a, right? And they have all these pastries.
I don't think it's breakfast.
Oh, God, don't even. Okay.
I've triggered something.
No, it's for $15. I don't know how.
So the bitch just.
No, his car got stolen like a couple of days after he got the ticket, and he doesn't want to pay the ticket. And so he was in front of, yeah, he was in front of Magistrate Millmore. He didn't want to pay the ticket, and then he applied, yeah, he applied all that like all these fines on it, and it was $16. And she reduced the society, and it was reduced to
I remember. I was ready to arrange it when I watched that before.
I think it's fair. I was like, what do you want me to say? Like, okay, you're Judge Flores.
But the thing is like,
What do you want me to have?
Yeah.
Okay, you have $15 to get what you want.
Nearby.
I mean, you're kind of 2 days before.
No,
It was totally 2 days after, and you still broke the law.
Yeah.
And even if you figure out that out, that's a big law. They have that with McDonald's and Whataburger. You walk the block. And like, especially the Mexicans, I said I like to be.
So I
They said
like
they
my
had
colors
pasta.
just like
Yeah.
it's getting like this.
Pizza pasta was most
Yeah.
of what I ate, to be honest, because it was all.
Getting through, like, every
But-
time I saw
Someone
it.
someone else told me that.
He's not very good at that, actually, at all.
Please tell me that's not true. So
Yeah,
it turned out not to be true, but I don't know what the mix-up was.
Can you imagine hiring an attorney for $15 fine, right?
There was
Yeah.
nobody at Coffee.
New Jersey.
She was requesting to make salad.
Like, I mean, bare minimum, if you're sending 5 containers for
She
information.
requests
Yeah, so yeah, that turned out to be not true, and I'm glad at least, yes, and if you do that. I think it's so comfortable because you're getting tickets and you didn't do that.
I literally. No, no, it
Yeah, I just
doesn't.
wanna
So
go
I was
through
like,
the
I don't measure for that, so I don't know that, but I just have to-
All right.
I'm
I'll take a little
taking
longer.
excursions all day and then yourself over try to see the way is the machine for this pop back on the bus. And then get back to the hotel and you know that. And you're like, I'm gonna be there. Like for that 3 hours, that's rubbish. You gotta watch it. It's good with himself. I think we're all adults there, so I have to take care of that, you know, but it is frustrating. I wrote I didn't have to change it. I wrote my suggestions that you're welcome to each have waters. Every day. You know, one. Because one is which I didn't have water. And I also said to on excursions, for 2-hour gaps for people to do whatever they want. Yeah, I mean, he did do that a couple of times this week, get some excursions, but it's also what we do on excursions. So it's like that favorable to everybody. Weekend, can't afford it, you know. So he said it's good. So it's shellfish. He's also a Jew, so he doesn't shellfish. And you should see this energy. That's different from shellfish. Yeah, it's so easy to just not have stuff. Yeah, then to not have it. So yeah. So when we found that we did this with that camper, she's so happy. But I was literally like 5 miles from the hotel, so we don't once. It's been a while. Yeah, you can take the train, but yeah, there's not like
It's one sign.
yeah,
And then there's
yeah, there's Croatia, there's yeah, Croatia, that's one out.
Yeah.
And then everybody this year and they're rising for us, so that means also even that people are, and they wanted to do it, they wanted to, but they didn't know about it. They knew about it, nobody like, it's your first year, people are so anxious, they don't know, you know, jump into that. Yeah. I didn't even know a single person went to Japan when I chose to go. I went because I was in for possible. And this is actually the craziest thing. My 1 out year, imagine this is sitting and like that little 300 per month before. Reps and they talk about Japan and so confident. And then he gets to the dates slide, like all the way through, he gets to the date slide and says May such and such to June such and such. I said, all of a sudden I just pictured myself on my birthday in Japan and it's sad. I was like, that's my birthday. It was sad. I was like, I'm going. And then I was like, just financially, and he has some money left over also financial aid. He said yes. And I said, does it cost more out of state? Because they tried to charge me out of state for study abroad. He said, I shouldn't do that. I said, oh. So I had to call study abroad and they got it all fixed out. It was messy for a while. Study abroad is very messy. Yeah. They were, so they were like giving you money and it takes money away. It was really cute. Yeah, like 20 different billing statements, like in about minus this or plus this, like until they figure it out. It's just right. You're like, you have a hold on your account. What? Have you been in your private grades? No, I as of yesterday. This is my daily breakfast. It's always full. And ginger munchies. It was literally the first thing I found that I could eat. It was that and strawberries. And this is the candy. It's so interesting. They have Dars instead of Mars. Dars chocolate. Oh, this is the first day. So the first day, he didn't give us a choice. I should have told him I was vegetarian. Because he chose all seafood. I literally wanted to gag, so just throw in front of me. This is, this had literally dry shrimp in it. This was like a weird texture. It wasn't soft. Ended up getting fries because the fries tasted like oil because they so I could eat them. Yeah, they're not good though. They're horrific.
I mean, sunflower oil, sure, okay, I get it.
No, they were terrible. I did not get the smell of them was like
It's like the worst version of fish and chips.
Yeah.
Why did you do this to me?
literally.
They go well together.
Yeah. So that was the whole vibe of the first night. So the first night he did
That's what it says here.
I thought it was gonna be like a place for people to eat. He chose the most Japanese restaurant you could find. Like 7 meal course of raw fish. And you're walking over to smell like the entire time. I was so nauseous. That when I left, I tried to eat corn dog. It was my first day. Remember, I had eaten 48 hours. Technically, because I was on plane 18. And then we had a full excursion 18 hours ahead. So I lived 2 days and I was starving. And the last night on the plane. And I'm in this hard position, I couldn't do any of it, so I was like, I gotta, here we gotta get back, got back, about like 10 p.m. I grabbed some of these, I went and grabbed corn dog. And I like literally started bawling my eyes, I was like, yeah, and it stuck in my nose, I think, for about 3 days because of the, like, it's like 30 plus people and everyone sitting like on the floor. Like, yeah. Yeah. But after that, I got almost chilies. I think that I would have been last choice McDonald's or something for the first day. Was not actually nice. We went too far. Especially since I think that was the meal that he was paying for. It was really not fair. And I asked him, yeah, people who like sushi. Only one person likes it. Only one person. I was like, yeah, this is really for people who don't. For people who do like it. Maybe people should like that. Maybe it's a five-star. Big deal, but it's not to me. It's a beautiful restaurant, but I can't remember that. Yeah, I'd go just get tea there. Like, he's fun. He's a good guy. He's fun. He does the same excursions every year, so like if I were to go back, I'd take the same trips. Yes, she's from Osaka, which I got to visit too because I went to the sister. Did she go with you guys? She went to a couple excursions with us. Yeah, I would say so. I dad passed away, so she was gone some of that, but most of us. Yeah, she's awesome. I love Chica. I love her more than I love Ravage. She's awesome. She's hilarious. She Ravage like forgot the water or something. She like started dating. He was like, "I'm saying, oh, you're stupid. And she's like, "That's so funny." It's that every year. So it's like, no, it's horrible. It's on video. Oh my god. It's like, I didn't realize how I don't know because I've never had experience with that, but I think my understanding is it's like a sharp pain. Yeah. Okay. I just sketch on pretty sure. Almost like almost so he's just like yeah, he also does it for he says bar exam. So here it doesn't make sense two sides testing and same testing completely.
What is that?
Do you know the forecast for
No.
Yeah. 37%.
I had and I had one that was part table, so I don't know that was not
Every
done.
graduate is under the super.
I'm glad I didn't late.
I mean, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I didn't get my last day.
Like with the regular bar exam, like barely 45. Seriously?
They take forever.
Yeah. So yeah, the eco prosecutors, they a guy
Yup.
for years.
Yeah.
I had and he and I got to learn this working. So
Yeah,
So you have to wait until I take it again? Damn. That's not fair.
I wanted to do before and then you know, a lot of people do both. It wasn't feasible for me. She's awesome.
That's all.
That's it.
Yeah, she's like,
And I do shop. She's the actually. Yeah. There's seven of them, I think, across the world. It's just not easy. A lot of people learn. It's like a job. Yeah. It is. They're like requiring you to do certain things for certain things. So it's like a job and it takes up time on top of your studies. And I decided to do paper finance when I got my offer. Was that? I should do finance. As far as that's the other is your schedule, and you also want certain credits and you also want certain work courses that you want to. The girl with the short hair deal. She was going to be. Yeah. Oh.
Trying to catch up on all my notes, because I read one of these early today, and then
Oh,
only that it's only
I'm
Tuesday
the
and
international,
Thursday.
so I know, I know most of them because they're my grade and such, but
Restitution and credits were not performing. Okay, well, I'm off on Friday, that's the only day that I should get off instead of the whole week.
I'm not
I get a
sure.
day.
So you get 4-day weekend. then?
Yeah,
Okay.
but she
Yeah.
came in like very. I know, yeah. I mean, I'm.
I think the way she's like, she does a lot of stuff. She's an SBA.
Yeah,
She's
George
short,
and prosecutor hate pregnancy. It's like.
Why?
blackish brown hair,
Oh.
and she's in Tulsa.
She's going on. No.
She's not a politician, so
Yeah, no, I don't.
No,
think
That was my one guess. My other guess would be,
and he's forcing off like these wacky adjournments on hearing. So I started forcing him 3 months ago. We came back to the
yes.
and all of a sudden she was putting the ground stand. So Judge.
Why? Oh,
I won the court system.
Already, yeah. Short.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking like more short.
No, like short.
Yes, I love Rain. She's awesome.
That's nice.
She's a superstar. She also has a child. Think of that.
Yes.
She is a superstar. Her and-
did you at least get a transcript of the first part?
I should.
Did
I
she?
don't think I just heard the
And a kid.
I have more information.
Can't do that.
Thank you. It's a good question.
As long as you get one
What
major
happened here?
characters
I don't
in
understand.
Latin,
Why should we major in
and-
psychology?
and
Because I don't
argue
understand.
and go to the side of it.
It's a case that's never ends. Like he again, he was sentenced in
Like, one
February.
thing,
We're
I
still
know a
doing
lot of
this.
people don't think
He's
I
on
don't
probation.
think it's not like I got into my stuff.
Oh.
I don't mean every time I hear this case.
So it's like,
My friend
it's
gets
a
mock
trial in my undergrad. And
Let's
one
do
thing
that.
again, like same thing, but more like intense goals. So I was like, so much. And totally afraid what to do. So I was like. So I just-
Can I talk to Cortez Reagan?
Yes,
Thanks.
Absolutely. I know some people didn't try. Yeah. That doesn't seem to.
And, can I ask Attorney Ashton Gallagher,
Yeah,
should I
if you
do
were
talk
to
to
be
me?
oral.
She called me yesterday, but I was in trial. And I couldn't get back to her. She called-
By the time I was done, like, why?
Ms. Gallagher, did you want to speak with the city attorney?
Yeah, please, thank you.
Okay, I'll put you in a breakout room.
Easy to do.
Exactly what's on it. We're debating it. We have to
Ms.
be-
Almeida, did you want to speak with the city attorney or do you have representation? You're muted. You have to unmute, ma'am. You're muted. You have to unmute. I can't hear you.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I will speak with the attorney.
Okay.
I'm still.
Respond. So go on Mr. Rankin first, and then Ms. Gallagher will call your case after we're done with Mr. Rankin. So we're on the record in docket 23-03403. That's the city of Lansing versus Cortez Rankin. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
and Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, appearing today on behalf of Mr. Rankin, who's joining us via Zoom.
And sir, you are Cortez Rankin, is that correct?
Yes.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Rankin?
Yes, I can perfectly.
Thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I had a discussion with Ms. Sutter, and we think that we need to set this matter for a final pretrial with subpoenas to be sent to victims and witnesses.
All right, so we'll start with the final pretrial. Is that a fair statement, Ms. Sutter?
It is.
All right, let's set for final pretrial on June 11th at 8:30. At this time, do we need a corresponding jury trial date, Ms. Williams?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll set it for final pretrial on June 11th at 8:30, and that can be attended by Zoom.
If we need.
All right, so Mr. Rankin, you'll get notice of that at your last known court address at the Southfield address. Is that still a good address to receive notification for you?
Yes.
All right. Anything else for the record in 23-03-403, Ms. Williams?
Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter?
Nothing further. Thank you.
You're all set, Mr. Rankin. Thank you for your appearance today.
No problem.
Then Ms. Gallagher.
Oh, Christopher Nagy.
We're on the record in docket 24-01-005. That is the city of Lansing versus Christopher Nagy. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record, Ms. Williams?
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Ms. Gallagher Train.
Good morning, Ashton Gallagher Train appearing on behalf of Mr. Nagy, who is appearing in court via Zoom this morning.
All right, Mr. Nagy, you'll have to unmute, and you are Christopher Nagy, is that correct?
Correct.
Thank you. And you can hear me all right, Mr. Nagy?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is the time set for pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I had a discussion with Ms. Gallagher Train this morning, and I believe she still requires further evidence in the matter, and she needs time to negotiate, to discuss the matter with her client. So if we can reset it for 30 days, I believe that would be appropriate unless Ms. Gallagher Train has other opinions.
And that's my understanding, Ms. Gallagher Train. It's a request for an adjournment for 30 days?
Yes, Your Honor.
Still some discovery issues and negotiations are continuing.
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So we'll reset this pretrial for 30 days out at June 18th at 9 a.m. So, Mr. Nagy, you'll receive notice from Ms. Gallagher Train, and you still have notice at that Michigan Avenue address. Is that still a good address for you for notification purposes?
Yes, it is.
All right. We've reset this for June 18th at 9 a.m. Anything else for the record in 24-01-005, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Gallagher Train, anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Mr. Nagy, you're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you.
Mr. Rucker, you're here on Deshar Harris.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Did you need to speak with the city attorney on that case?
I kind of just briefly, Your Honor, I don't know that we have very much to discuss, but I do want to relay to her where we stand on the community service.
All right, so once you join Ms. Williams, I'll place you in a breakout room with them.
I have one assigned already.
So, Mr. Rucker, you're going to get a prompt to go to room 2, and Ms. Williams will join you in just a second.
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 23-02025. That is the city of Lansing versus Deshar Harris. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record, Ms. Williams?
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Rucker.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jack Rucker appearing on behalf of Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris appears via Zoom. Counsel also appears by Zoom.
All right, thank you. And sir, you are Deshar Harris, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Harris?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Rucker this morning, and I believe we need to adjourn it for 30 more days for compliance purposes.
Right, I will adjourn the matter for 30 days. It's probably the last adjournment we have. We've reset this twice, brief adjournment for pretrial and then notice issue reset for pretrial. So this goes back to April, but I will adjourn it for 30 days for compliance purposes. And we'll reset 30 days out for June 18th at 9 a.m. So Mr. Harris, you'll get Notice sent to the last address the court has, which is the Birchfield Avenue address, along with Mr. Rucker's address in Lansing. All right, sir?
Okay. Is it the 4622 address?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else for the record in 2302-025, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Rucker.
Nothing for me, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Mr. Harris, we'll see you on June 18th. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you.
I also think that Miss Omida wanted to talk
Speak
to
with
me.
you. Ms. Omida, I'm going to place you in a breakout room with Miss Williams. And so you should get a prompt to go to room 2, and Miss Williams is there in her room already, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Omida, the city is moving to dismiss the ticket without prejudice. And so I can do that orally. So at this time, this case is dismissed without prejudice. Means the city could reissue if they choose to, but realistically today, the case is dismissed. All right, ma'am?
Okay, perfect.
Anything else for the record in 24-00842, Ms. Williams?
Your Honor, thank you.
You should be all set. Thank you for your appearance today, Ms. Omida.
Thank you. Have a good day.
And do you have witnesses here on the formal hearing?
Yes, I do.
Let's go ahead and
Is he even here?
I don't think he is,
Okay.
but I think but your witnesses are here. And
Yes,
so,
my witnesses are here.
all right. So we're on the record in docket TU 230258885. It's the city of Lansing versus Okechukwu is the last name. Okechukwu is the first name with an O and then the last name with a U. Okechukwu Ukuchekwa. Appearances for the record, Ms. Williams.
City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
All right. This is the time set for a formal hearing today. It was set for 11 o'clock. It is now 11:33. We did have my staff did have some contact with Mr. Ukachukwu, who indicated that he was going to join by Zoom in order to indicate why he couldn't appear today. He has failed to appear in person or by Zoom for the hearing today. Ms. Williams, how would you like to proceed? And you do have witnesses here for the hearing.
Yes, I do have witnesses, and since the city was prepared for this hearing, and I do not appreciate that Mr. Okechukwu has been wasting the city's resources for a trivial matter such as an expired meter. I would like to ask the court to default Mr. Okechukwu and assign him with any fines and fees that the court sees fit.
But if this is an expired meter case, will default as for fail to appear. I don't know, Mr. Ukachukwu indicated that he could not be present, but we told him to be here by Zoom so that he could explain his non-presence. So I don't know the situation. So, but the expired meter ticket is defaulted at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else for the record in docket TU 230258885, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, the ticket is defaulted, and thank you for anybody who appeared today on your behalf.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. We don't think Mr. Waddell's going to join us.
Seems a little unlikely.
It seems unlikely at this point.
And he went to jail and they never responded back.
All right. So we have
Jail, is that what you said?
Mr. Casey, Mr. Kelso, and Mr. Williams. We're not going to hold that against Mr. Waddell. All right. So let's call some of the earlier cases. So is that Mr. Casey?
What is he doing in here?
That was at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, yes. If you're asking about Mr.
Mohammed Al-Kazi?
Yes.
I think that was one we waited on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
and we have Evans and Kelso.
Right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 24L2843362. That's the city of Lansing versus Mohammed Al-Kazi. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record, Ms. Williams?
Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter on behalf of Mr. Pleas. I do not believe he is present at this time.
This is the time set for pretrial. It was scheduled for 10 o'clock. It is now 11:36. There's been based on the representations of counsel, that there's been no a person by that name in the Zoom courtroom, physical courtroom, or waiting room. It would appear that Mr. Casey has failed to appear for the pretrial. Ms. Williams, how did you want to proceed?
Your Honor, I'm requesting a bench warrant bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold.
An LSU bench warrant and bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold. Any comment, Ms. Sutter?
I would just further request for the 48-hour hold.
All right.
Thank you.
So that's all for the record in 24L2843362. Then we're ready on Billy Evans.
Billy Joe Evans, yes.
Billy Joe Evans. So we're on the record in docket 23L2799263. That's the city of Lansing versus Billy Joe Evans. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter on behalf of Ms. Evans, who I do not believe is present today.
Ms. Evans it was set for pretrial today. It was scheduled for 10 o'clock. It is now 11:38. I do not see Ms. Evans in the Zoom courtroom, physical courtroom. She's not in the waiting room. Based on the representations of counsel, I believe that Ms. Evans has failed to appear for the pretrial.
If, I'm so sorry, Your
Sure.
Honor, if I may, I did speak with Miss Evans a couple of weeks ago. She called me to ask me to help her learn how to use Zoom. I did walk through with her how to do it, how to use it. We practiced downloading, and signing in. I'm guessing my lesson didn't quite stick today. Is there any way the court would consider a reset for her so I can get her here in person?
Any objection to the court
No
resetting for
objection,
pretrial?
no
Okay,
objections.
Thank you.
that is as candid and as fair a statement as you could make. So we will reset for additional pretrial, because if she reached out for help on Zoom, that's a big deal. So reset pretrial for
June 4th at
June 4th at 10:30. And at that time, we'll see Miss Evans can join in person or maybe by Zoom again, hopefully.
I'll try the lesson again.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else for the record in 23L2799263, Miss Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Miss Sutter, anything else?
Nothing further.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So reset Miss Evans, and then we have Mr. Kelso. So we're on the record in docket 24L2836161. That is the city of Lansing versus Tommy Kelso. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record, Miss Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor, Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Miss Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter on behalf of Mr. Kelso. I do not believe he's present at this time.
And this is the time set for pre-trial in the matter. It was scheduled for 10:30. It is now 11:40. It would appear that Mr. Kelso has failed to appear. Based on the representations of counsel, I do not see Mr. Kelso in the Zoom courtroom, physical courtroom, or waiting room. Ms. Williams, how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, I'm requesting bench warrant bond forfeiture with 48-hour hold.
Ms. Sutter.
I would just continue to request for the 48-hour hold.
The court will issue a bench warrant and bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold. Anything else for the record in 24L2836161, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
Then we have Mr. Smith. And then Mr. Waddell, he's incarcerated.
Yes.
They just didn't put him on. That's not his fault.
Yeah, I just discovered that from your court officer.
Yeah. So let's call Mr. Smith. So we're on the record in docket 23033779. It's the city of Lansing versus Taylor Smith. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record, Ms. Williams.
Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter on behalf of Mr. Smith, who I do not believe is present at this time.
This was a pretrial conference on this ticket. It was scheduled for 11 o'clock. It is now 11:41. It would appear that Mr. Smith has failed to appear for the pretrial. This was previously set for compliance purposes. Ms. Williams, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I'm requesting bench warrant bond forfeiture with 48-hour hold.
Ms. Sutter.
I would continue to request, Your Honor.
I'll issue a bench warrant bond forfeiture with a 48-hour hold on the traffic ticket. Anything else for the record in 23033779, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter.
Nothing further.
And then should we just reset, Mr. Waddell?
That was
That seems
inappropriate,
fair.
Your Honor, yeah.
Yeah.
Since it's not his fault, David.
Okay. So he might be in for a while.
I don't think I've heard the truth.
He's not in on this, is he?
It's not on this one. I've got a case of
Do you
55th
wanna-
that is set for
Do you
sentencing
want to set
on.
it for after June 3rd so we know how to deal with this case?
I know, that's not a suggestion.
All right.
Other case?
Yeah, not a
Okay.
suggestion. So he's set for sentencing in 55th District Court on June 3rd. So perhaps if we reset his case out beyond that, I'll know whether he's going to be in custody for a while or on probation.
All right. And he's got bond on one of these,
Yes.
210% on the 6-2 file.
Yeah, the other one's a CI. So
Okay. All right. So we're on the record in docket 24L2834862 and 861. City of Lansing versus Aaron Waddell. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record, Ms. Williams?
Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Ms. Sutter.
good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter on behalf of Mr. Waddell. He's not present at this time. He is in the custody of the Ingham County Jail.
Right, and so just for the record, Mr. Waddell is in the Ingham County Jail. He was going to be put on Polycom in order to attend this pretrial conference, and with the associated ticket, he was not placed on Polycom for whatever reason, and therefore we do understand, based on information, that Mr. Waddell is going to be sentenced on another case outside of the beginning of June through June 3rd. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so I think the parties rightfully so. Let's set this pretrial for after June 3rd, so we have some indication of where this lies in regards to the other case. So we'll reset the pretrial for June 4th at 10:30. And then I'll put Diaz to be sentenced on another file.
There's an oral and there's a civil faction for failure to stop and property damage. It's a civil infraction.
All right, anything else for the record on 24L28346 or 61, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Sutter. All right,
I think that's all.
that's the morning.
He's over 1:30.
At 1:30. Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
It's pre-trial.
1:30, and then we've got some. Are you here on Mr. Baca Martinez? Don't look at me that way.
That's what she said to me earlier.
Right.
Because you asked me about it.
I didn't make a mistake.
But that doesn't give me hope. I was hoping.
I haven't heard anything from that. I was over you.
He has a lawyer too, I think now, doesn't he?
Yeah, and she's MIA.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, Ms. Sutter, you hear on Mr. Wood?
I am indeed, Your Honor. On that, Jody Bayless had indicated that she did complete an assessment and would send it to the court. I haven't received it yet. To
Because I can't give it to you. I checked with Jody, he never signed a release. So I can't give it to you. I started to send it to you, and then because we never send out the actual assessment, they do a PSI that incorporates it in there. And then I was looking at it and there's a big disclaimer on the top that says, don't do this.
Does he have to sign a release based on HIPAA?
Yeah.
For the assessment, yeah, and because it's part of the PSI, I can't see the PSI either then.
There is no PSI.
It's just
It's just the assessment.
This is just our box
It's
check.
just the box checking.
So I did check with Ms. Bayless to see if he signed a release, because I asked her and I asked their TPO, and with nothing, I can't.
We'll put it on the record.
Gotcha, because I do know, he was he's been an MDOC for like 4 years, so
Yeah.
it was gonna be time served. We just had to check the
Just
box
have-
by doing the
I
assessment.
remember it. I remember it. That was all we needed.
Right.
Statutorily, we have to get the assessment done.
Yeah, I mean, that, you
Yep.
tried.
All
I
right,
started
if
to send you an email, and
we
clearly
can put it on the record.
didn't
I doubt it. It doesn't change anything because he's still.
Not really.
He's still
He
DOC.
Yeah, you said statutory max, and even if you had, and I think we're all gonna call it, you've been in prison for 3 years, so it's all fine.
Yeah, there's not a lot probation's gonna do with you or anything's gonna
Yeah,
do with
he
you.
is on that parole, so he's still under court supervision, just a bigger court than us. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
See you at 1:30.
Yes. You, Mr. Waddell?
No.
You said you're not Mr. Waddell?
No, I'm not.
All right.
Okay.
So we're on the record in docket 21-02818. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Joshua Wood. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Ms. Williams.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Emmanuel Williams appearing on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Ms. Sutter.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter, on behalf of Mr. Wood, who's joining us via Zoom, and if the court would like me to explain why he's on Zoom, I can.
All right. And sir, you are Joshua Wood, is that correct?
Correct. My name is Joshua Michael Wood.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Wood?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
All right. Ms. Sutter, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is set for sentencing, which is typically in person. Mr. Wood, as the court is probably well aware at this point, has been very recently released from MDOC and is on parole. He got in contact with me over the lunch hour concerned that he was having trouble getting here in person. He met with his parole officer this morning, and upon leaving that meeting, learned that his ride to the courthouse had fallen through. He's been trying to find a ride ever since. He called me and I told him that it's better to appear over Zoom than not appear at all if he can't get a ride. So he has joined us via Zoom today if the court is willing to accept that appearance.
Do you have any objection to Mr. Wood appearing via Zoom, Ms. Williams?
No, Your Honor,
All
no
right.
objections.
I have no objection to Mr. Wood appearing via Zoom.
Thank you.
This is the time set for sentencing, and if I remember correctly, we had to statutorily get the assessment done. Is that that's correct? And the assessment is done, but I do not believe I don't believe, counsel, you've had the opportunity, or have you had the opportunity to read it yet?
I have not had the opportunity. I've been advised by your court staff that I am not permitted to see it at this time, given there's been no release of information.
There has been no release of information at this time. It's marked confidential. And there was an assessment done. I don't think it changes the sentencing that we had anticipated.
I don't believe so. If the court would like me to review, we can maybe get verbal consent from Mr.
All
Wood.
right.
But
Yeah, I think I'd be.
you know,
So let's do that so you can take a look at it. So Mr. Wood, do you give verbal consent to your counsel to read the assessment and release so that she can read the assessment in regards to the sentencing? I don't think that it changes the sentencing in any way, but it certainly would be helpful for allocution purposes if Ms. Sutter had the opportunity to at least spend some time with the assessment.
Yeah, I don't mind her doing that.
All right, so I'm going to give verbal authorization to counsel to see the assessment, and then we'll go on with the sentencing.
yeah, I've heard-
You may. And if you have the opportunity, Ms. Williams, to read it.
I don't
It's
think
like
it will
4
change
pages.
sentencing. And
I don't think it
usually
changes
I leave that to
anything.
the discretion of the court,
All
so
right.
not.
All right, so Mr. Wood, give us about 5 minutes and let's have the attorney read it, and then we'll continue with your sentencing. All right, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so we're back on the record in docket 21-02818, and Ms. Sutter, you've had the opportunity now, pursuant to the release by Mr. Wood, to read the substance abuse assessment that was done on behalf of Mr. Wood.
I have, Your Honor.
All right. And that's the only thing we had done on this. We didn't do a pre-sentence. So allocution of Ms. Sutter.
Thank you, Your Honor. As this court just correctly stated, there wasn't set for a full probation sentence or pre-sentence investigation, given Mr. Wood has served already the maximum time in this case. As both the assessment and the court is well aware, have noted that Mr. Wood has been in MDOC custody since 2021, actually since the incident that brought forth these charges. The assessment accurately reflects some of the work he's done on himself, both in MDOC as well as his release since then. He did comply and work on sobriety while in MDOC custody towards therapy, mental health counseling, and it looks like he took some classes at the University of Michigan. He has been a person who's been trying to take care of this case as quickly and as best he can, making pretty extraordinary efforts from MDOC to try and resolve this case and get himself back before the court. Often a little bit stymied by the court or by the MDOC system, making best efforts. And I think the best reflection of that is what he's been able to do since his release on parole on April 23rd, which is that he has enrolled himself in classes at Lansing Community College, and he is working on starting a business, which is something he's talked to me about for quite some time. He is currently on parole, as I stated, so he is receiving services as well as some pretty significant court supervision for the next little bit in his life to ensure that he is maintaining the path of sobriety that he started in custody. And I have high hopes for him, and I believe he has much higher hopes for himself. So I'd ask the court to sentence him to time served, as well as keep in mind his last few years of incarceration and him at a very, very fresh start in life right now when considering his financial situation.
How much longer is he on parole for?
I'm not sure how long his actual parole is. He was just released on parole, and I believe they're never less than a year. So he's in there for at least a year, possibly a little bit longer.
Mr. Wood, do you have an outdate of parole at this time?
I was granted a 12-month parole, and I've only been out for like a little less than a month. So
all right.
It's possible to get off earlier, but it's probably going to be 12 months.
All right, thank you. Is there anything, thank you for allocution of Sutter. Is there anything you'd like to say to the court before the court passes sentence, Mr. Wood?
No, I just wanted to ask that I get time served because I got credit for it, and that's all.
Right, absolutely.
And I just want to say I'm remorseful and that I'm sorry about the incident.
Thank you, Mr. Wood. Ms. Williams, anything you'd like to add from the city?
No, Your Honor, I'll leave sentencing to discussion of the court.
All right. This is a minor blip in regards to everything that you've gone through in regards to being in the Department of Corrections and now currently on parole. So I'm going to do my best to see that you get a fresh start in regards to you still have 12 months of parole left. So this is for the admission to guilt on March 26, 24 concerning a 3-year-old, essentially a 3-year-old operating while intoxicated. Might be older than that.
I think it's from March of 21.
March of 21 because it had an.
I was the only one in the car.
Right.
Yeah, we're discussing how old this is.
Yeah. So yeah, it's an older case, Mr. Wood. I'm gonna order that the court that you're given 93 days in jail with credit for 93 days in jail. Given credit for 93 days in jail. I'm going to waive fines and costs at this time. I'm going to waive the crime victims' rights fee is waived, and therefore the state fee is waived.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And so the total amount to the city is 0, as I see it. No probation. So the straight jail sentence for credit for time served.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I have to interrupt you. We have a total LPD request for restitution amount. Would like that?
You do have a restitution amount.
Yes, I do.
From the city. And what is that restitution amount?
That's $347.06.
Yeah, I'm going to waive that. So I'm going to waive the restitution amount. After 3 years, I just want, and 12 months of probation, I just want Mr. Wood to get a fresh start. This is a minor based on the additional year parole that he still has. So I'm understanding, and thank you for making a record. I'm waiving the restitution on the matter. That is to LPD for is it an accident or is it just for the traffic stop?
The OWI investigation.
The OWI investigation. Okay. I'm going to waive that cost and give Mr. Wood a fresh start at that. So time served, no restitution, no fines and costs are on parole for the next 12 months. You should be finished in this court, Mr. Wood. So good luck to you. All right, sir.
Hey, thank you, Your Honor. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Hey,
That's all for the record. That's all for the record in docket 21-02818. You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mine didn't look that nice. And that looks pretty. All right. There's CJOS there. And it's all pretty.
Your Honor, may I briefly
Me-
go to a breakout with Mr. King?
King, sure.
Thank you.
Mr. King, we're going to place you in a breakout room with your public defender, Lauren Sutter. So as soon as she joined, you'll get a prompt to go to a certain room, all right?
Okay.
Room. One of those rooms. And then this. Mr. Okachukwu, is that you? Are you on the line? Are you on the Zoom call?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm good, sir.
We actually called you. We actually called that case this morning at 11 because that's when it was set for formal hearing today. And we had you as a no-show. So what we've done in regard to that is you were defaulted on the ticket, and we just applied the bond. So the bond was applied for the amount of the ticket, and then you should be all set.
Okay, I understand, Your Honor. I apologize for the lateness. I had a family issue in the morning.
All right. Just so I don't know if there's any money over the bond amount or the. Okay, so you should be good to go. The ticket's paid for because we applied the bond, and you should be all set.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. I apologize.
All right, thank you. Take care.
You.
Okay. Okay, I don't know what I did, but. Okay, let's get this going. Yes.
All right, so we're on the, Mr. King, we'll call your case. We're on the record in docket 23033696.
Okay.
That is People of the State of Michigan versus David King. and you might have needed some time to talk. I just called the case. Appearances for the record, Ms. Williams
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant City Attorney Amanda Williams appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
and Ms. Sutter.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. King, who's joining us via Zoom.
And sir, you are David King, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you. And you can hear me all right, Mr. King?
Yes.
Right, this is the time set for pretrial. We have another hearing, so I didn't, did you need some time to speak with Ms. Sutton?
We were able to briefly discuss it this morning, so I think we're ready.
All right, all right. So this is the time set for pretrial in the matter. Ms. Williams, how we proceed?
Your Honor, I'd like to request for a 30-day adjournment for compliance purposes.
And that's a fair statement, Ms. Sutter?
It is.
The 30-day adjournment for compliance. There was some discovery previously.
There was a
And a body cam.
I did
right?
receive that discovery.
All
We're
right.
trying to comply with a request from the city here for an offer. He's waiting on a background check through community service.
All right, all right. All right. So let's do 30 days for compliance purposes for negotiations to continue. And that'll be set for sometime past June 21st. It'll be the 30 days. June 25th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
All right, so Mr. King, please keep in contact with your attorney, Ms. Sutter. Make sure she has any information, and we'll see you on the June 25th date. All right, sir?
Okay.
Anything else for the record? Docket 23-03696, Ms. Williams.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank
You're all
you.
set, Ms. Sutter. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Your
You
Honor.
too.
You're going to be gone next week?
I'll be here the 28th,
Oh, okay.
and then I'll be gone the first of the fall.
All right. Okay.
Nice to see you, Laura. Nice to see you.